say, really. 3 minutes to the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to today. And either we heal as a team, or we're going to crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me. And we can stay here, get the shit out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around, I see these young faces, and I think, I mean, I made every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I pissed away all my money, believe it or not. I chased off anyone who's ever loved me. And lately, I can't even stand the face I see in the mirror. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. I mean, that's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You find out life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's going to win that inch. And I know if I'm going to have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen. And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you gonna do?
I do anything. Ain't worried about it. They slip. Confident when I'm dealing with sleep. I lost my dog. Diamond powder with a pick up your face. Man, it's fame. Circle back to the bay. Hey. Get it laid in the kid with the grade. I say easy. My ego. Catch it out like a fish. I say get that.
What's up, America? How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? It is Father plus Son plus Football podcast. Yeah, it's going down today. Just got off. My ears are still a little plugged up. Yeah, the boy is yawning like on live podcast.
I'm trying to get my ears popped.
You're yawning like on live visual. You know, you're here. You're not yawning on your. I'm just saying, it's bad.
Good morning, afternoon. Good afternoon.
You're gonna become a meme one day, and you're not gonna like it.
It happens to the best of people.
Oh well, you don't strive for it. How you doing today?
Doing pretty well. You know, getting over this sickness from Hoko. You know, coming off of a slight injury, and coming back from Portland, LINFIELD. LINFIELD got that dub against Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark started coming back, but they got a lot of injuries.
That was a good game.
It was a pretty good game.
That was probably one of the most competitive beginning to end Division III football games we've seen.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It came down to like the last 4 minutes. Any team could have won.
Yeah.
It was nice. Don't forget, check out the new music. He's got new music and video. Make sure you check that out. Now you're rubbing your face? Oh, what is going on? Can't take you anywhere, man. You got to be conscious of all of these little things that you're doing. You're before a national audience, bro. Tighten up. I'm just saying. You want to support this boy, maybe get him a citrus green tea.
Oh, please.
What is that drink?
Honey citrus mint tea. Ooh.
If you ever needed the honey citrus mint green tea, you sure do need it now. I'm just saying. Support the boy. Bitter Cup Media. For every drink you buy him, I have to buy him a drink.
Or, you know, if you just want to send money just because, you know, you can send 20, 40, 60.
Staying around 40. Don't do more than 40 because I got to match it.
Nah, yeah, exactly. So, you know, you can send the band 20 grand.
No, do not send that boy a band. That's too much.
You can send a mill.
Yeah. I think my matching stops at around 25 now. Your last two gave like $50 each, and I was like, hey. We can't do that every week now. We can't do that. But I did my job. I paid.
He did. He paid up. He paid up.
And right now I'm in the clear, as they say. I'm just saying. All right, let's tell the people, but those who want to support, Cash App, Bitter Cup Media.
Yep.
He has access to that. So and believe me, as soon as you send him some do-re-mi.
Abs, I got the notifications on. Come on now.
Notifications. He comes straight to me. Hey, check out the jerseys, y'all. Hold on, I got to stand up.
Yours looks blue.
I know. It is blue.
I know. Well, mine's blue, but like in the camera, like mine looks purple.
Yours look purple. This is Eastern Tennessee. Yeah. Jaden Daniels. Number 48. We're repping Jaden Daniels today in the podcast. Jaden Daniels, he was the first kid to score for Team Dream during the Peach State Gridiron Classic last December. Yeah. He's one of those kids that, you know, a lot of these lazy college recruiters, you know, they're like, he's undersized. Well, the dog in him ain't undersized. Ooh. You know, a lot of these guys, 6'4", 6'5",
6'7".
They poodles on the inside. They don't want no smoke. Jaden Daniels is a Great Dane mixed with Doberman Pinscher with a little bit of Rottweiler in him. So Eastern Tennessee said, nah. We see it. And they offered him, and he's playing there. And so because he's an athlete that I got to coach at the Peach State Gridiron Classic, I still remember the play that I called for him that he scored the touchdown on.
He's a fast dude, man. Fast and shifty.
He's fast. That touchdown was nice. He broke a couple of tackles, read his blocks right, And then after that, got into the end zone and then celebrated with had his whole team celebrate.
Yep. Everybody.
So very proud of him. I'm rocking his jersey number 4. Show the back again, Seth. We got so this is part of his NIL, I believe, Seth. Did you know that? So I guess when you get to college, part of your NIL is that when people buy your jersey, a portion of the proceeds go to you in your NIL deal. So I was like, give me 2. I'm now trying to get Troops.
Where's Troop playing?
He plays for Kennesaw in Georgia. Matter of fact, I just watched them on ESPN. It was either 2 or 3. I watched them on Thursday. Thursday, and they won their 6th game. The university's football program became bowl eligible for the first time in school history. And he's on that squad. So I sent his dad, Lucas. You know, his uncle is Ben Troop. Some people may know his name because he played for the Raiders and he played for Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think he's from the University of Florida.
Yeah.
Maybe he's from Miami. I don't know.
No, it's from Florida.
I think he's from the U. And dynamite tight end. Dynamite. I remember when he used to play for the Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. Dynamite tight end. His nephew plays for Kennesaw. And so I hit up Lucas Troop, his father, and I said, hey, man, I need to know that jersey because I want to get his jersey too. I think that's going to be my thing. Any kid I coach who goes off to college, I don't care what division, I want to get a replica of their jersey that I can wear. I think it's pretty dope. So, all right, let's tell the people the broadcast is about today.
Bye week. Varsity scrimmaging JV squad. Oh, that was great. Game day visit LINFIELD University of Portland, Oregon. Preparing for week 11 versus Tennyson High School. Peach State Gridiron Classic. Then we got shout-outs.
All right. Well, let's get there. Let's get there. This week's the bye week. Bye weeks are always kind of strange.
Yeah.
Because there's no game. You still got to do a lot of stuff. The program you played for gave you guys a few days off. You guys got at least 4 days off, right?
Something like that.
Thursday was picture day.
Yeah.
And then Friday you were off. Saturday you were off. Today you're off. So haven't practiced since Wednesday. Yeah. Why are you smiling like that?
Pearly whites. Just kidding. You don't hurt to smile.
I'm a game, America.
You don't hurt to smile.
Did you see the Baltimore Ravens game?
No.
I thought Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson has gold and diamond teeth. I thought it was his mouthpiece.
Oh no, yeah. I think he has a like an embedded grill like in his teeth. I think he does.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, maybe it's a grill. Not actually on his teeth, but a grill that's very much contoured.
Well, you can get permanent ones. They just stay there. So he might have that. Who knows?
I don't know, but I was like, does he have a diamond gold encrusted mouthpiece? And then I saw him with his helmet where he had a regular mouthpiece attached to it. I said, no, them his teeth. That's crazy. I could have a lot of money. I don't know if I'd ever do anything like that with my teeth. Would you do that to your teeth? You come home one day, NIL contracts looking good, and you come home one day, maybe you get a sponsorship by a, gold diamond teeth covering company. I don't know. What do you think would be my reaction if you came home, for a home visit and was like, what's up, Dad? Why do you think I would respond to you?
You're going to be like, boy, what in the... Because, growing up, I've never, had anything like that. Well, no, I take that back. I have had one. But, especially, permanent ones and all that kind of stuff, you've never seen me, with that. So it would just be like a throw-off, But...
I'm going to bust you in the mouth.
No.
Melt it down and make some money. Turn it into a ring or a necklace. Oh, you better not come home with your teeth all done. That was money. That's too.
Necklace full of
How many
teeth and
people you help?
diamonds.
That's probably a high school football field worth of money in his mouth.
Probably.
Because it looks nice. I mean, it looks like teeth, but we know teeth ain't made out of gold and diamonds. And and can he do cubic zirconians? You can't do that, can you? There'd be no, you would be laughed at. You'd have to go with diamonds, right? You can't go with cubic zirconians like diamond replicas. You can't do that, right?
Nah, you gotta go straight diamonds.
Straight diamonds.
Straight diamonds.
You bet not. You bet not. All right, let's the bye week, man. Talk a little bit about what the bye week was like for you. What was it like, getting to school on Monday and you don't have a game this week?
For me, it was a whole lot of recovery and nothing. And I'll be honest, at first it felt good because I didn't have to do that crazy conditioning. That crazy conditioning, oh my gosh. But at the same time, I was so bored. And, I still have the thought in my head, like my senior year is coming to the end. And I know I'm gonna end up missing the conditioning for some odd reason. I always do every year. But
that's because you're a glutton for pain, I think. I think you might be like a lightweight glutton for pain. But you've always worked out ever since you was a little kid. You work. I mean, remember, I had you in the weight room at like 6.
Yeah, like 6 or
we
7.
were doing like bench curls and curl bar stuff. We was doing all kind of stuff when you were like real small.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Let me do this real quick. I got a couple of media photos I want to go through. Just kind of talk about. We'll kind of get a little more involved. But what about that photo? What's your thoughts?
That was pretty cool. Oaklandish. They have a big like emblem right there on the wall in Oakland Airport. So I thought it was pretty cool.
That's not Oaklandish. There is a thing called Oaklandish, but that wasn't Oaklandish.
Oh, no, that's not Oaklandish.
No, that was just Oakland. In one of the terminals, they had that nice little Oakland. I don't know. Maybe Oaklandish created that. I'm not sure.
Well, at first I thought it was Oakland Roots, but then I just see like Oaklandish everywhere. So I don't know.
Well, I think Oakland Roots uses it.
Yeah. Who knows?
What about this?
Oaklandish started following me on Instagram though.
They've been doing that since the Oakland Roots was financing training for you.
Yeah.
They gave you sponsorship.
Yeah. This coach.
Your first NIL deal.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. Oh, no. SPS was your first NIL deal.
They didn't give me money.
Yeah, you're training. Debt services, I guess.
Sure.
But Oakland Roots gave you money. Yeah. What about this photo?
This photo, this was taken at LINFIELD in Portland. This is Coach Malat. He is the dude who I've been talking to the whole time, pretty much throughout my recruiting, ever since the NW Best Showcase when I was balling out there. He's been in close contact with me. And as of today, literally maybe 30 to 40 minutes ago, he sends the official offer.
I got a picture.
Blam! Yep. 97-3. It's crazy.
What's 97-3 represent?
The record, like overall.
No, they've only lost 3 games in the last 100. No way.
Pretty sure in the last 16? I don't know. Because I remember when we were there in the Mac, the big cat. They had him in the 69 jersey. That represents their
that's the winning streak. Oh, maybe it's winning streak. Because I know they won this Saturday, and it was the 69th straight season.
Yeah.
So maybe that's their 97-3 as far as winning seasons, but their current streak is 69.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's incredible. That's an incredible
effort. Really crazy. And oh my gosh, I just want to start off like this. Their punter is huge. Like, I was talking to him during the game, and this may sound bad to all the LINFIELD fans if you guys are listening. As a punter, punters need love too, So Linfield's punter, number 30, we were talking to him during the game, me and a couple of recruits. He was like, man, sometimes I pray on my offensive downfall so I could just nuke a punt. Like, I just want to, like, send it all the way down to the other side of the field. But he was like, but our offense is so good that I have to kind of, like, dagger the football. So, like, he'll be, like, on his own, like, 40-yard line, fourth and, who knows, maybe fourth and long, and he has to punt it straight up into the air so he can go so the opposing side can be farther back. But he said he doesn't like those. He wants to nuke. He wants to catch the ball and just full send it to the other side. And he said that's probably the only time he'll pray on his offensive downfall. And he got about like 3 of those in, so that was pretty cool. They were
He looked like he was about 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, he is a big dude.
Yeah,
he is a big. And to make it even crazier, his long snapper, I think 85 or something like that. He's got to be like 300 pounds, 6.
Which punter do you think is better? The punter from Linfield or the punter from Foothill College?
No, definitely Linfield. Definitely Linfield.
Okay.
Because the way he was kicking it, like he would catch it and he'll punt, and it'll be like he had like, it was like weird. It's like 3 different changes. It's like the one, like the initial kick, it like sends up like straight, and then as soon as it like peaks, it'll start turning and then spiraling down, and then as soon as it land, it'll have a backspin. And I was like, that's crazy, because like I'm trying to do a backspin. Like if I'm like sending it, I want it to backspin so it doesn't just go right into the end zone, But he was doing it like flawlessly. His bad punts were my greatest punts, so I'm like,
Well,
like
that's what he
crazy.
does.
Yeah.
All right, what about this picture?
Oh, that was great. We had that jumbotron. I was in the jumbotron for the first time in my entire life. I thought that was pretty cool.
That scoreboard they have is I think up until a year or 2 ago was the largest scoreboard in the country. And the new school, I'm not sure who the new school is who has a larger one. They beat it by a foot. So they like figured out what Linfield's was and then had theirs done by a foot so that they could be the largest one. I said, but still, you had to study Linfield. But that's you and I on the field. That picture is kind of cool because the gentleman who took that picture rode on the plane with us from Oakland.
Yep.
And he was wearing his Linfield. He's been on the plane with us, 2 or 3 times. And we've gone and we went to see Lewis and Clark. We've gone and we went to see Pacific University. And now he's going. He's like, who you guys going to see this time? We're like, you, Linfield. He's like, all right. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What about this picture?
Oh yeah. So this was the very first plane. Never been used before. Of course, it's been tested, but like, never been used before. There was a total of 38 passengers with like 100 or something empty seats. And I get to sit in the very front row for the first time in my life. Oh my gosh, that was so great. But I did have some trouble trying to sleep.
Brand new plane.
Yeah.
Brands, people that work for Southwest Airlines, they were coming to the plane just to look inside. Because those of you who know Southwest Airlines is starting to go to numbered seats. So the whole idea of open seats is going away. And so this is one of the new planes that's going to be numbers. You're going to be able to pick your seat by number.
Yeah. And
all that kind of stuff. And so this plane was flying for the first time, and it was leaving Portland to Oakland. And we got on the plane, and the flight attendants, they allowed Seth to sit on the front row and in the first seat. So that's why he's like right there. He was the first one off the plane.
Yep. That had never been done before.
All right. I got one last picture for you.
Yep.
How it all began.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Look at that focus, man. I bring that picture up is because there's a lot of things you're going through right now, a lot of accolades. You know, people are doing a lot of people are saying a lot of big things about you. But this is where it started.
Yeah.
This is the level of focus that it started when you were really young and determined. And now all of that stuff is paying off. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of covered the points already. This was what, during COVID? Yeah, I think that picture
That
is
was right before you won the national championship. And the only reason I know that is because of the singlet.
Yeah, virus.
Yeah.
That was yeah, you didn't want to wear virus in COVID.
Yeah, but nonetheless,
yeah,
it is what it is. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. All right, let's go to our next topic: varsity scrimmage, JV squad. Woo!
Hey, I had some real joy in that. We had some of the players acting like coaches on the sideline. Or like, hey,
we should explain it because when we're talking about varsity scrimmaging the JV squad, we're not talking about you. We're not talking about Lance Mitchell.
No.
We're not talking about Talpa Fioka. We're not talking about Jerron Price. We're not talking about your starters, right? We're talking about, your backups and your backup, your twos and your threes. Our JV ones got a chance to go up against your varsity twos and threes. Let's start with Tuesday when the JV offense went up against the varsity defense.
Hey, man.
We had our ones go against your twos and threes, and we had our twos go against your twos and threes. You're on the sideline. You can't participate because there's no need. But what was your thoughts? What you saw?
Hey, I was in your guys' huddle at first. I was like, hey, put belt on varsity because there's some twos and threes that talk very highly of themselves, and I need you guys to put them in their place. So that was a very great day.
It was interesting because we have about 6 JV athletes that are being looked at to be brought up to varsity. Now the question becomes, are they going to be brought up for this last regular season game to prepare for the playoffs, or are they going to be allowed to play out the JV season and then be called up after this Friday? I guess we'll get more word on that later tonight. But we got about 6 athletes, in my opinion, that we have developed that are ready to go right now. They could, I would say 3 of them could probably start on varsity, and the other 3 could split reps easy. When I say split reps, I mean 50% the guy who's already on varsity and 50% my JV kid could come up there, and the team would not suffer one bit. And in some aspects, they would perform even better. So those 6, however, everybody on the JV squad knew that those 6 were being looked at. So the scrimmage for them was a lot more weighted because they're literally auditioning for a spot. Where those pictures come from?
They were just in this book. They were on my. I'm looking at this. I have books as my stand, so my computer's a little bit more leveled out. And I'm like, what's sticking out? And it's these.
Oh, wow. Those supposed to be on the mantle. I think you got taken off the mantle by your mom. They didn't go back to the mantle. She probably put them in the book, don't even know where they are. She has a history of doing
this
that.
This is my first Letterman.
Yeah. That's the Bears, and that represents the Bears.
Oakland Powell.
And Oakland Powell. Yeah.
And on the back, on the back of the thing is
back is weightlifting.
Yeah. Dang. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you just interrupted the broadcast. Just broke in with your
sorry. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not.
Can you focus?
I am focused.
Talking about the JV, scrimmaging the varsity.
Hey.
So I had a conversation with my JV squad and say, look, some of you have nothing to gain, but you have teammates that do. And you need to ball out so that they can have the best opportunity possible. And I was really proud. Because then, when the JV kid goes up against a varsity kid, that's nervousness all on its own.
Right.
Yeah. But the offense did great. Our first string offense on JV, they put hands on the 2s and 3s from varsity. Yeah. Then the following day, we brought out the chains. Did you see how I brought out the chains?
Yes. We were talking about team manager to the scoreboard.
They tend to cheat. It'd be close, and they'll just declare it a first down. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's third down. No, coach, it's fourth. No. Y'all cheating. What'd you think about Wednesday?
I thought Wednesday was better, at least for us, even though we switched sides. But, it was still fun. It definitely still fun. We still had players acting like coaches. We even got sideline warnings from Coach Blackwell. That was pretty good.
Speaking of Coach Blackwell, was you happen to be around at the end of practice where he gave that speech?
Yep.
What were your thoughts on that speech? I was like, man, this dude.
I thought
Go ahead.
It was pretty good. He's one of those coaches who has a lot of background, I can say. And therefore, he knows pretty much more of the ins and outs than some of the coaches we have, I would say, in the world. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty good speech. It was maybe like a couple minutes long, but it was very like informational based. So,
do you know his background? You know what high school he went to?
McClymonds.
Do you know what college he went to?
That I don't remember.
San Diego State.
Oh.
Aztecs. So he is not at all happy about Lance going to San Jose State.
Yeah.
He thinks Lance should decommit and go to San Diego and play for the Aztecs.
Yeah.
And then he played in the NFL. You know who he played for in the NFL?
No.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers.
And you guys as student athletes, when you have coaches, you guys are looking at coaches on the outside of their playing career. It would do you well to know the playing career of the coach you have, because someone like Will Blackman, hey, that guy has gone to the highest level and played at the highest level.
Yeah. He's
played against some of the people y'all idolize. He's played against some of the people to whom your parents were fans of. You have parents who know who he is, who, if they knew he was your coach, they would come to the school to get an autograph. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So, yeah, I thought the scrimmaging went well. We'll find out the results of the scrimmage. We was able to videotape it, so we got a lot of good footage. And we'll find out what's going to happen for the Tennyson game. So let's go to here. Let's go to that. Game day visit, Linfield University, Portland, Oregon. So you wake up Saturday morning and we break out. Talk about what it was like getting up and preparing to travel to Portland.
Waking up was terrible because I set 2 alarms and I bypassed both of them, which is something I cannot do. But I did it, so can't change the past. But
ask you a question, boy. How do you set alarm and then why do you have to set 2? And then why do you bypass them? How do you bypass 2 alarms?
It just happened. It just happened.
No, I'm not hearing that. America, I want to know. And the reason why I ask, because your mother does this. She'll set 2, 3 alarms and won't wake up to none of them. And I'm sitting there hearing this dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee, dee. Can you turn that off? It's not my alarm. It's yours. You said it. Why am I the one?
I'll tell you what. It might sound terrible, but when I set 2 alarms, when I wake up the first time, it's so terrible that I'll just turn off that alarm. I'll go back to sleep. And then when I wake up the second time, I don't feel as bad as when I woke up the first time. I know it may sound terrible, but it works. It feels better.
Yeah, but do you know how much time you're spending waking other people up who have a right to be asleep?
Well, I don't wake up other people, so. But
yes, you do. I hear your alarm. That's why I got on you Saturday morning, because I heard your alarm go off. I know you should have been up. So when I hear your alarm, then it goes off. Then I hear your alarm again. I'm thinking you hit snooze. I don't know you hit 2 alarms. You made 2 alarms. I thought you just snoozed the first one. But I don't hear anything else. I don't hear no moving around. You haven't come out of the room to go to the bathroom. And all boys, first thing they do when they're committed to getting up is go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So you ain't even got up to go to the bathroom. So now I got to go to the door and check on you, because as a father, did he die? What happened to him? Because he's got to go to the bathroom. He's not moving around. He knows he's supposed to be up. He knows where we're going. And I open the door, and there you are, feet hanging out the bed on your back. I'm like, hey man, what are you doing? Then you wake up like you've been drunk. What? Hey, you know we're supposed to be going somewhere? Where are we going? Huh? What we supposed to be doing? What? I'm just saying. What are we doing? It's like I don't need to go to Linfield University for a game day visit. I'm not getting recruited. Just saying. But you did get up. You had no idea what I had said earlier. You I could tell. And you know how I know? You know how I know that you really should be in trouble?
Huh.
Your mother's like, I'll take the trash out. I'm going to be cleaning anyway. And so, I went to the kitchen, because you know me, if you open the door to getting yourself in trouble, we're not just going to talk about the trouble that you're in trouble with right now. We're going to run the gamut of trouble. So now I had to wake you up because you blew past 2 alarms. I had to open the door to wake you up personally, and you still don't know what we're doing. And yet we're on a time limit. We got to get to the airport at a certain time. Now that I got you up, now I walk into the kitchen and I see there's trash in the trash can that should already be outside the house. So now I'm like, you got to empty the trash before we leave. But if you do that, we're going to be late. See how it starts to snowball for you?
Well, I'll tell you.
Well, I'm going to be cleaning. I'm going to be mopping anyway today. So I'll take it out. Oh, you, the wife, you're the mother. You're going to take out the trash for a high school varsity football player? Are you kidding me? Do you really want me to sit back as a husband and be like, oh, it's okay that my wife takes out the trash, that the varsity football player of 3 years, who's number 1 on offense and number 1 on defense, who's on his bye week, he's about to go to Linfield College for an opportunity to get another offer to play college football, and he can't get up on time and he can't take out the trash? You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Sorry, coach. Just
getting distracted.
For a good reason, though. A college coach just trying to get a hold of me. Coach Malik Smith.
Coach Malik Smith is trying to get hold of you?
Maine Maritime Academy.
Maine Maritime Academy in the state of Maine? Is he calling you? Is he DMing you?
He followed me.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah. D3, another D3.
Yeah. All right. So what was it like in Portland?
It was great. To be honest, it was great. The only thing I wish,
some of the highlights for yourself.
Really the real highlight is, spending some more time with my dad, on another college visit back in Portland for like the 5th or 6th time. And then I'll say another highlight was being on the field the whole entire game. Like when I was at Lewis and Clark, or Pacific or I'm at any other kind of like college on a game day visit, they'll send us up to the stands. But Linfield, they kept us on the field, so that was pretty cool.
What was it like? Now, Linfield, for those of you who are just tuning in, father-son football podcast. Seth went to Linfield University in Portland, Oregon for his official game day visit. They were playing the first team to ever offer you to play college football.
Yeah.
So what was it like being at Linfield, already having visited Lewis and Clark? What was it like seeing players from Lewis and Clark who know exactly who you are? What was it like seeing the coaches who know exactly who you are and they know the priority of the offers? What was that like?
It was very controversial. When Linfield started coming out to do their warm-ups, I'm walking out, I'm recording, taking pictures. And I first see Coach Machado. Coach Machado was like, "Hey, Seth, what's up? How are you?" I was like, "I'm good." But he kept walking. And I see Coach Dan Fields. He's like, "Hey, Seth, how are you?" He actually comes up to me, daps me up. He is like, "Yeah, it's going to be a great game today. Hope you can see a lot coming from this. Hope you can see our guys too, I was like, "Of course, you guys are the first guys offer me." And then there's some players on the other side are like, "Hey, man, what you doing over there?" And I can't really say what they said because we're on live broadcast. But it was like, "Forget them purples." And then on Linfield, they were talking about the head coach for Lewis and Clark because the head coach from Lewis and Clark is from Linfield. So they're like, who in the world is Brett Elliott? That's what the DBs broke on, and then everybody just started dying laughing, and it was rowdy. But it was cool. It was great.
He took Coach Elliott. He took Linfield to the national championship as a quarterback. Yeah. I was sitting next to a couple. The husband played for the Philadelphia Eagles. With the wife, she's a diehard Linfield football fan. And she was in Linfield in the mid to late 60s. And they were a delight. I got a lot of perspective sitting next to them. They are serious about their Wildcats. The football field, they call it the Cat Dome.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Now, as a man of Omega, I got a problem with the whole cat thing. But
it's okay. They're still purple though.
Yeah. But there's no cute on that campus. I don't think we had to do a little deeper dive to see if they have fraternities and sororities. I didn't see anything like that on the campus while I was there. But beautiful campus. The people were nice. Coach Joseph Smith. I took away something from him. We always talk about during the offseason, you want to be bigger, faster, stronger. He said something I had never heard before.
Talk to me. Let me know.
He said, we want our players to be their basically their strongest self, their fastest self, and their most injury resistant self. And I like that idea of injury resistance, that, you can be bigger, you can be faster, but did you build it in such a way that you will be injury resistant? And I just thought that was a phenomenal mindset to have, because I remember some athletes, they'll go and do some things on their own during the holidays. And when they come back, they're more muscular, but none of that muscle is going to translate to speed because it doesn't have any air in it. It doesn't have any flexibility in it. They weren't running while they were lifting. They were just lifting it on creatine. And it's like, bro, you now your body's messed up. Now we got to break all that down. We got to get that more pliable so that you won't get injured. So now you're worried about hamstring injuries and you're worried about shin splints, all that kind of stuff, because the type of muscle you added has a level of weight that isn't flexible. And so you can't even perform the way you want to perform. So I thought that whole injury resistance, I love the idea of that. Plus, he's been there 20 years, which means he coached Coach Elliott, who is the head coach at Lewis and Clark. And he's the coach there for the first year. However, there were some rumors in the stands. I won't go through them, though.
We can't say those.
We can't talk about the rumors. There were a lot of rumors swirling around in the stands from Linfield fans. about the future of their I'm just saying. All right. All right, let's get into this. Preparing for week 11. You're here, man. This is the final guaranteed football game of your high school career. Game 10, Tennyson High. Talk to me.
There's going to be a lot of emotions going on during that game. Be honest. There's going to be a lot of emotions. I'm going to make that my senior night, my second senior night. And, yeah, I mean, this is we're what, season 3?
On varsity?
Yeah, varsity and doing this broadcast stuff, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Oh, yeah. You started this broadcast your sophomore year as a starter on varsity. Oh, before we go further, you got to give a shout out to and when you were a sophomore on varsity, it was because the defensive coach said, I got to have this freshman on varsity. And he started you. He is a graduate of Linfield University.
Shout out Coach Nick Saver, man.
Talk about it. Shout out
Coach Saver. I was corresponding with him throughout the trip. And he was like, hey, we're gonna talk about the neighborhood, the village, and all that kind of stuff another time. But he was like, while you're there, just experience the ins and outs, have fun. And yeah, so I still gotta send him some more pictures. And I gotta send him the virtual graphic, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I know he would be proud.
Yeah. And we're proud of him too. He's now the new head coach at Miramonte High School. He's been this is his second year.
Yeah.
He just upset somebody big too. Last week they upset. I don't know what happened really much this week, but they upset somebody pretty good last week. Real quick. So talking more about preparing, how are you preparing yourself for this final game, this final regular season game before playoffs start getting happening?
Making sure my body's good to go. I'll get down into film a little bit later. But, as far as right now, who I am as a person, my body, I just got to make sure I'm all good. It's my last guaranteed game. And because I got a text message from a junior. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to put them on blast. But I had sent them a TikTok saying, I hope I've been a good role model to them. Because they're talking about senior, being the senior brother to a junior little brother, So this person is a junior. But he was like, I'm sorry. He took it upon himself. He was like, I'm sorry for not giving you the best season that you could have had. Like, hey man, it happens. We're all good. We got one more guaranteed game left. Let's go all out. We don't know what's gonna happen, but at least put 110% in it. So I thought that was pretty powerful. That was pretty powerful, and it's somebody you wouldn't expect. To be honest.
Now you want me to? Now I guess I'll find out off air.
Yeah, you'll find them off air. Off air.
I'm looking forward to hearing who that is. Sounds like somebody who's wishing they had done better earlier in the season. And
yeah, no, hey, yeah.
You don't have because last year, look for 7 weeks, you were saying I'm going to get my seniors to the state championship and we're going to win it, and you did it. You led the way and got it done. Speaking of which, I should have done you so wrong at the hotel on the way home. You remember when we're leaving the hotel room, you had just finished brushing your teeth, but you left your ring on the counter in the hotel bathroom. I should have just taken it and not said nothing and just let you panic. Just let you get sick to your stomach, believing that you left it in a hotel and now it's gone forever. I should have done that to you. But I'm a nice dad. Hey, son, don't forget your ring, your CIF Division 7 state championship ring sitting there on the, don't forget it. Man, I should have just took it, put it in my pocket.
I would have cried hard.
I bet you would have. And I'd have been laughing. You'd be like, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, Dad?
I got it right here. That'd be terrible.
That'd be
Terrible.
It'd have been right for you not waking up in the morning and me having to wake you up in the morning. That'd been full circle moment.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
That'd been full circle moment.
That's wrong.
All right. So back to preparing for. So after game 10, do you know what happens after this Friday? After this Friday, do you know what happens?
They had the all league meeting.
Yeah, well, I'm not thinking about that. I'm talking about as far as football games are concerned.
Oh, hey.
So after Friday, NCS will be meeting, and they will be determining who are the 56 teams going into the playoffs based upon their record. If you won 6 games, you're guaranteed to get in, and then it's strength of schedule, and then it's it's the filler. Basically what you've done in the past, your body of work. And so you guys have a very great shot at getting in. Ferndale, however, who you guys beat along the way to state championship, they just got scored on.
Yeah,
McKinleyville. But they put more points up than they put on anybody. They put up 82 points. 82 points?
That's NCAA numbers, man. Like, they're just throwing that raw.
I think the score was 82
to 12.
Something like that. How you beat a team by 70 points? What's worse, 82 to 12 or 70 to nothing?
I don't know, both. They're both terrible. They're both terrible.
Here nor there, your last football game as a high schooler will be at the Peach State Gridiron Classic. Thoughts?
Peach State Gridiron Classic, I think, is where I think we're gonna have a lot of good time. I think we're gonna have a great time at the Peach State Gridiron Classic this year, and we had a very great time last year. I feel like this year will be a little bit more exciting, hopefully.
Do you know the lineman, the average height of the lineman is 6'2". Average weight is nearly 300 pounds.
Oh.
Everybody, all running backs will be running behind a college level line. And will be being chased down by college size athletes. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild.
Hey, I don't know what team I'm going to be on. I know my flyer said teamwork, but
no. So I'll give you an update. I talked to Coach Lamar Daniels. The first day, so like Christmas is on like Thursday. Christmas is on like Wednesday. Let me check that. When is Christmas? Christmas is on a Thursday. So everybody will arrive Friday. Saturday will be the day that everybody checks in. Okay. The game is on Monday, the 29th. When everybody checks in Saturday morning, right? That's all the athletes will be sitting in an auditorium, and coaches will be on either side of the auditorium, and it'll be a live draft. With the first pick of the draft, Team Dream selects. Boom. And then that person will come over to the Team Dream side, get their jersey, their number, and get ready to go to practice later on that day. There'll be 3 practices. The game will be on Monday. I think it's at 1 o'clock. We're doing 15-minute quarters. So that way, basically the college time, NFL time. That way, every player gets a great quality amount of time of minutes to play. Yeah. Thoughts? What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, we're going to have a ball.
Are you going to try to play both sides this year?
Yeah. I would say, hopefully, compared to other states and all that, especially Georgia. Georgia got some boys.
I think the first year there was 15 states. This year, last I checked, now that registration is closed, I believe it got to 19.
19?
And 2 international. So there's a couple of kids coming from Canada, and I believe there's a kid that's coming from Australia. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's going down. Yeah. So.
But
still, my first kid to score, Jaden Daniels. Show the back again, Seth. Yes, sir. We got his jersey for Eastern Tennessee, and so we're rocking it. And going from there.
First day we're pulling up in this.
Like Eastern Tennessee do their homework on the kid and then make a decision based upon the kid's ability and IQ of the game, not based merely on size. He's been getting in. He's been playing too, balling out. So we'll go from there. I didn't coach Troop. Troop was on teamwork. But, any kid part of P-State Classic, I want to be able – if they're definitely coached by me. So, like, I just found out that Carbis, my quarterback in North Carolina, he just selected the college he's going to be going to. I'm waiting to find out what his jersey. He's returning this year. So I've already committed to the guys who were with me last year. So I know I'll have 2 quarterbacks, and I know for sure he's one of them.
Yep.
Looking forward to it. All right, you got any shout outs?
Hey, I just want to shout out everybody who's been listening. Shout out my quote unquote Moreau family, especially the seniors. Hey, it's our last game, man. We just gotta ball out.
Yeah.
Ball out. Last guarantee game.
I'm gonna shout out my Los Angeles Dodgers.
Oh.
Yeah. That's probably the best World Series in the history of World Series. Both of those teams were good. Both of them deserved to win. And I'll tell you this. The Dodgers may have spent a lot of money, but money well spent. If you spend it, you need to win. And they got it done in the closest of ways. But I'm a Vlad Guerrero fan too, though, because his daddy was a Dodger. All right, y'all. Until next time, America.
Treat them just like an app in the same section. What's the super black 9900 miles from the bar? Mama take a new toe. I can never ever flow. So for the go, ass big situation, but of course my go. Don't even close me when my soul not the soul. I was out and I go. I just stayed with the flow. $50,000 a movie for show. I do what it takes. Dominated when I'm dealing with snakes. I do what it takes. I do what it takes.